I love Hug. What's so great about this event is that as a vendor, you really feel like everybody, because they take HawkSoft's suggestions for vendors so seriously, they want to come around and they want to talk to everybody. We feel like people genuinely come up to us here and they say, hey, what does ePay do? How do you guys help HawkSoft agents? We get people actively listening to us, not just people coming by to collect a stamp and move on. So the engagement from the attendees is what sets Hug apart in my mind.
It's awesome to kind of have this progression, right? Where 2 years ago was my first Hug conference. It was so, fascinating for me to kind of be welcomed into this community, really is what it is, and see just like the curiosity that's just all over the place, how people genuinely want to learn, understand how can they get more of their tools and technologies, how can they run their businesses more efficiently, to last year where I knew a few folks and had started the business but was still kind of like figuring out some of the pieces of it, to this year where we have that integration with HawkSoft. We have we've now actually gone and gotten a booth, and it's cool to be able to kind of like see the growth of the company through our different experiences at Hug.
It's probably got to be all the friendships and stuff that I see here, whether it be other vendors, even competitors. Just like there's plenty of people here that I love to see. I think when I originally checked in, it took me about 20 minutes to make it from the front desk lobby to like the badge pick up down here, just because we're stopping and talking to everybody.
People really are here to learn, and like the sessions are all very tailored around that. And then also just really the community aspect, right? Like a lot of people have been coming to this, have been coming for many years. They know each other, they've built friendships over the period of time of coming to these conferences, but also just being part of that like HawkSoft user community. Every year when it comes back, it feels almost familial in a way.
I see value in that we really get to teach people about what we do and how we can help them. It's like I mentioned earlier, it's the engagement from the attendees where we genuinely feel like we're being listened to, and there's people who are really curious about what we do and how we can help them. It's kind of like they think we're here for a reason, they want to find out what that reason is.
Because people have this open-mindedness that are really looking to solve problems, I think it's a really, really great conference to go out and actually meet people and have like a very kind of open conversation of, okay, what are the things that you're trying to solve for in your agency today? What are the problems that you're dealing with? And then, are we that right solution? Can we help? Or are we close there? Or, where do we stand kind of in terms of like the important things that are on people's minds? And I find that, here especially, I get so much of that, and that's not always the case at many conferences.